by the name of Roger James. Amen. Come on, y'all give the God that we serve. Come on, y'all give him just a great shout all over this building. Come on, somebody shout like it's already done in this place today. I talk a lot because I don't preach long, so y'all have to help me. First thing I want y'all to do is acknowledge this beautiful first lady and this pastor in this house today. Come on, somebody give it up for their first lady and their pastor for allowing opportunities like this. The next thing I want you to do is acknowledge all y'all minister staff that labor Sunday after Sunday. And the last thing I want you to do is turn and look to a neighbor that's next to you and say, neighbor, you looking good, but we serve a great God. Y'all ain't say that like you mean it in here that day. That neighbor might not have had no breakfast, they still might be turning over. Look at somebody else and say, neighbor, you sure looking good, but we serve a great God. Now somebody begin to clap their hands and give God a praise right there. Before I go on, let me say this while it's still fresh on me. God told me this. He wanted me to relay this message. That many of you're getting tired of waiting. I felt that I had to pray, Bishop. That's why I kneeled down and prayed, because my brother understood that it's a depressing spirit in the house, and God told me this because you're getting tired of waiting. Yeah. Because you've been coming to church. I mean, you've been participating in the praise breaks. You've even been giving. But you're saying, God, when am I going to get mine? Y'all ain't going to be real in here. Y'all don't have to. God had already showed it to me. So whether y'all amen and agree with it or not, he didn't already show me. But God sent me to tell you in here today. He said that if you worship, I'll bring your waiting season into a season of victory. I don't know who I'm talking to, but God said if you just begin to worship, and I'm going to say this, brother, don't get mad at me, but God told me to tell you this. He says, don't try to be what they're making you to be. He says, I call you worship. Y'all missed that. See, many of us can give praise. But he says every time you open up your mouth, I want you to get back into that place where you were intimate and didn't have anything. He said, because remember that same worship that you gave me when you were going through? That's going to be the worship that enables you to travel overseas. That's going to be the worship that enables you to sell 1 million CDs. He says, don't try to be what they making you out to be, but just open up your mouth and worship. Because it was worship that got you here. It is worship that's going to leave you on. Do I got any worshipers in the building? Oh, Jesus. Can I say it like I really feel it? Y'all don't mind? The enemy is trying to steal your intimacy with God. We're in a culture now where the enemy, he can't take your anointing. So he tries to drain your intimacy with God. And he wants you to treat God like a performance. He wants you to treat God like a sugar daddy. But God said, I need you to remember that time when you didn't have nothing but bread and water in your pantry. Because it was in that place where you gave me the most praise. I need you to remember the time where you ran a whole week with nothing in your gas tank. It was in that place, I remember, when your baby daddy didn't care nothing about you and your children. Because it was in that place where you perfected your praise. So is there anybody that comes to give God an intimate worship? An intimate worship. There's nothing my God. Hey. Oh God. Oh.
Let him use you, baby.
There's nothing my God cannot do. See, Savior, my Redeemer. I say this all the time, that God is my Superman. Because if I had some elders to testify, they said if God can't do it, nobody can. To the angel of this house, y'all make some noise for Pastor in this building. To the fragrance that sweetens my garden. Somebody missed that. To the favor that's over my life. To my good thing. I wish somebody would help me celebrate. Y'all is on the way. Look, the quickest way to get a blessing is to celebrate for somebody else. Don't roll your eyes at me, but to the beautiful LaJoy, Tyler, soon to be James, I bless God for you. And to my newly found kinfolk.
Come on, newly found.
Y'all want me to be honest? Joy and Chanel, they prophesied this to us like a year ago. They was like, y'all family.
Y'all related.
I was like, I don't even like him like that. And come to find out that, like he said, my grandmother and his grandfather were first cousins. And so not only are we connected anointing-wise, but we're also connected in our bloodline. So to Pastor Tammy Drick Scott, we just bless and honor God for you in here today. Y'all missed it. They butchered my brother's name at the funeral yesterday. They didn't even hyphen it. They just spaced them in between, and they introduced him as Pastor Tabby Drick Scott.
That's what they say.
And so, but watch this. It's not about what they call you. It's about what you answer to. See, they can call you broke, but you ain't got to answer when they call you broke. They can call you a female dog, but y'all ain't gonna help me in this building. It's not about what they call you, but it's about what you respond to. Do me a favor, go to Genesis 21. Y'all, I feel good. I don't even know why I feel so good. But he was all in my Kool-Aid on his way to church, because LaJoy, she's been saying something for like 6 months now. And I know that it's correlating with you. Go to Genesis 21, and as y'all get in there, I'm going to talk a little bit. But she said, in order for God to do something unusual, first he has to make you uncomfortable. And so when you were praying, you said, God, do something unusual in here. First, understand that he had to make us all uncomfortable. Did y'all see the way the building was rocking in here today?
Amen.
Because how many of us know that God can use us in our comfort zone?
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all gonna miss that right there.
That's true.
Genesis 21. And after that, the text is gonna come from Habakkuk, 2nd chapter, verse 3. Begin reading at verse number 2, King James Version. It says, for Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age. Somebody shout old age. At the set time, y'all read that as it's printed, of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised him, his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham, now he want to listen to God. I'm gonna stop meddling. And Abraham was 100 years old. How many of us know you ain't never too old to receive a blessing from God? Y'all miss that right there. Y'all know why they call them seasoned saints? Because in order to be a miracle, first you got to be marinated.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. And Sarah said, verse 6, and Sarah said, God had made me to laugh. She was laughing at God. So that all here will laugh with me. How many of us understand that the people that was laughing at you in the last season, you getting ready to have the last laugh in this season? And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children? For I have borne him soon in his old age. Can I go in my ghetto translation? The ghetto translation says, who would have thought at this age I was able to produce a child?
Yeah.
Who would have thought at this age my womb would still be open and able to produce? I don't know who I'm talking to here today, but many of you are saying, God, who would have thought I would have ever still been alive like I am today? Somebody go to Habakkuk, 2nd chapter, verse number 3. And this is where I get my shout at. This is where the text comes from today. Watch what it says, Habakkuk 2:2, starting at verse number 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that read it. This is where our text comes from. From the vision is yet for an appointed time. Somebody shout appointed time. But at the end shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry. Y'all read that? Though it tarry, wait for it. Look to your neighbor and say, neighbor, wait for it. Watch what it says. Because it will surely come and not tarry. Now turn to somebody next to you and say, neighbor, for a few minutes, I just want to encourage you that it's worth the wait. Y'all didn't say that like you really meant it in here today. Somebody needs to look to somebody and say, neighbor, I know you don't have the money in your pocket. I know you've been putting in application after application. But God sent me to tell you in here today that it's worth the wait. Y'all take y'all seats in the presence of God. Now, this is the type of sermon you don't get many amens on. And I didn't preach over here long enough, so y'all should realize that I don't really care about amens. So I'm just going to talk and help y'all in here. Is that okay? We live in a culture and a society that everything has to be immediate and microwave. Can we be honest in here? We feel as if as soon as we put in the application, the job has to hire us. As soon as we hit the dating market, somebody has to marry us. And as soon as we step inside the church, immediately we should be able to accomplish everything that we set our hearts out to accomplish. But God should be so encouraging y'all, for y'all in here today, that what you are dealing with right now, I guarantee you it's worth the wait. Can I prove it to you? Y'all don't mind if I get messy. Sorry if I pull up on your street at your front door. But many times, if you would have just waited on God instead of getting in that relationship, you wouldn't be in the situation you in right now. Y'all not going to be real in here today. Many times, if you wouldn't have went back to your old way of doing it, if you would have waited on God to make a way out of no way, the police women came knocking at your door. And so I came to encourage you in here today that your blessing is worth waiting on. Ask me how I know it. Ask me how I know it. I'm glad you asked. Because I've been in many situations, and y'all can testify to this, I've been in many situations in my life where when I didn't wait on it, things didn't go according to my plan. Y'all ain't gonna help me right there? Can I be real? Had I waited until the job called me back, I would have received the promotion that I was looking for. What happened was, I caught myself getting mad and want to switch jobs and switch career paths. Because the very thing that I thought that I had done everything that I needed to obtain it, it didn't come when I asked for it. Y'all ain't never been there in your life where it seemed like, watch this, you've been working diligently at it. And you've been laboring over it, and you've been praying over it, and you've been doing all of that. But it seems like the thing that you set after somebody got it before you. Can I put a pin right there? Because the reason why they got it before you, because sometimes God uses the enemy to show us what not to do. See, y'all missing it. All your girlfriends getting married and getting relationships, and you wonder why you still single. Baby, thank God for your singleness, because he's showing you that all these men ain't good. But what begins to happen, society teaches us that we got to have it just because everybody else has it. And we got to get it right now just because everybody else has it. One thing that my grandmother is famous for, in her 80 years of living, she has never used a microwave.
My God. Isn't that beautiful?
Somebody missed it. I'm going to talk to them over here. In her 80 years of living, she has never used a microwave. And the reason why she never used a microwave, because she said the food don't taste the same once it goes inside a microwave. She said, see, what the microwave does, it heats it up, but it doesn't cook it properly. And God sent me to tell y'all here today, many of you are dealing with microwave miracles, and you wonder why they're not lasting. T-Boy, you gotta help me with this one. Ed, I'm gonna need a little help right here. I'm sick of microwave ministries.
Yeah. Come on, yeah.
Everybody that's been preaching longer than 5 minutes now want their own ministry.
Come on, yeah.
Now want their own church.
Yeah.
But God say, watch this.
Come on.
The reason why it's not working,
Come on, yeah.
because you refuse to wait for it.
Yeah.
I love this.
Good. That's good.
Because if you look throughout this text, and I'm going to meddle a little bit, so y'all got to forgive me. If you go back to Genesis 21, understand that Abraham and Sarah, they were dealing with something.
Yeah.
And what happened was God had promised them. Has God ever promised you something?
Yeah.
Like you were laying down in your bed middle of the night and you were praying and you were crying out and God told you that he was going to do it.
Yeah.
But when you woke up the next morning, he didn't do it. Your mind began to wander. Don't fool me in here today. Because many of y'all, God told y'all he was going to pay your bills. And, okay, y'all ain't going to be real in here today. And you didn't wait on God to do it. And you went back to your old way of living. And so what began to happen was, watch this, somebody shout compromise. Because when you are refusing to wait, the enemy will cause you to compromise. Can I prove it? Can I prove it? First thing, compromise. What happens is, oh, help me God. What happens is, when it's not going right in your marriage, even though God told you that it's going to work out for your benefit, the enemy creeps in. And it seems like that man or that woman shows up in everything that you lacking at home. But what they neglect to tell you is, there's a blessing in the home rather than there is at the motel. I never read in the scripture where God told them to sanctify the hotel. But Joshua said, as for me and my house. And so that means whatever it is I need is in. You know that one? But what begins to happen is, when we can't find what we're looking for in the house, we go looking for it in other places. Ooh, I just got a brother in trouble right there. And God said, if you would have just waited, I would have seen it through. And so here it is. This woman is now 90 years old. Her husband is 100. And she's getting ready to bear a child. Would you wait if God told you that it was going to take 100 years to get it? Would you wait on that husband if God told you that it's going to take him 50 years to find you? Would you wait on that money if God told you that it was going to take 20 years for you to get it? But I love this so much because a lot of y'all looking at me funny. The Bible says better is one day. And so here it is. Sarah called herself trying to beat God at being God. She found herself in a situation where she didn't want to wait no more. And so she told her servants, go on over there and give my husband a child. Because God promised us a child. Oh, can I put a pin right here? Be careful who you add to your blessing. I'm going to say that again. Be careful careful who you add to your blessing. Because God said many times your connections can be contaminated. And it'll cause you to compromise the very thing that God promised you. And so now you have Sarah. Now she's angry and she's upset because she told her maid to go mess with her husband. And now they have a child. But ain't it funny how people get mad at you for doing what they asked you to do? You know how people put you in a position and then they get mad because you do it better than them? I know y'all ain't never dealt with that. Everybody love y'all, everybody support y'all, and ain't nobody ever been jealous of y'all. But I've been in some situations in my life, well, watch this, I wasn't even asking for it. But since the anointing failed, people get mad just because you're anointed for it. When you shouldn't have asked me to do it in the first place. So now, she's bitter because she can't deal with her compromise. You have to be careful because people will kill you to keep their name clear. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's a whole other sermon. She tells him, "Get your child and get out of my house," because she can't deal with her compromise. And now every day she's looking at her compromise. God told me that some of y'all drive to y'all compromise every Monday morning because you didn't trust me enough to start your own business. Some of y'all are down there on 1200 Congress at the government building fighting to get money from your compromise. Y'all missed that. That's the child support place. Some of y'all are fighting for money because you didn't wait on your blessing. And now your compromise has left you messed up. But God sent me to tell you in here today that the blessing is on the way. But you got to learn how to wait on it. Which brings me to point number 2. How you wait is the most important thing. Can I be messy? You can't wait on a husband dating 5 other men. You can't wait on a wife with 3 of them things. What begins to happen is we want to wait on God the way we want to wait on Him. Instead of waiting on Him the way that He told us to wait on Him. And now we're mad and we're upset with God because we didn't wait properly. When my grandmother used to bake, Matt, she'll get fight mad because every 3-4 minutes, dude, I would keep going to the oven.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And I would open the oven. And she said, it'll be ready after a while.
That's what you said.
She said you have to stop opening the oven. Because every time you open the oven, it resets the process. Okay. What happens a lot of times is that right before it's done, we open up the oven to our blessing. And now we got to wait longer than what God ever intended. But God sent me to tell you that you got to keep the oven closed. And just look through the light. So, I know y'all don't like this, but I'm going to say it anyway. What happens in our life is that we don't like to wait on anything.
Jesus. Amen. Jesus.
Can I be honest? We'd rather eat fast food because we don't like to wait. I know y'all don't eat Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. Listen, we know that it's not You have to learn how to worship while you wait. Ying Twins got a song. Say, whistle.
Why you work?
What they were signifying was that you have to give God something while you're waiting.
Yeah.
If I'm whistling while I'm working,
Yeah.
that signifies that the work is good to me. And so if I'm worshiping while I'm waiting, that signifies that I know God's going to make a way out of no way. This is why the devil defeat us. Because we quiet while we waiting.
Talk about it.
How many of y'all got kids in here? Y'all listen to her. She got my niece back there. And every time I rattle some paper or something, she would begin to make them baby noises. And I stopped. And she stopped. And I would do it again. In compassion, she started to do it again. Every time I would rattle the paper like I was opening something, she would come and she, But she was signifying that she's ready to receive what I'm getting ready to open. And God said every time you open up your mouth, you're telling the enemy that you're ready to receive what God is getting ready to do in your life. And so is there anybody that don't mind worshiping while they wait? Now, this messed me up right here. Habakkuk 2. Verse 3. Look at what God told the prophet. And this messed me up. He says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Now, this killed me, y'all. Hope this bless y'all. The word appointed translates in the Greek as fixed or already established. I'm going to say that again because y'all missed that. The word appointed translates in the Greek as fixed or already established. What is it that you're saying? The very thing that you are waiting on has already been established by God. You're not fighting for God to do something. You're fighting to get what God has already done. When it says that it is fixed, that means that it's already working in your favor. So, you mean to tell me I can shout a little easier because the very thing that I'm waiting on, when I get there, it's already done. There's a reason why your boss is giving you so much hell. Because you're getting ready to take his position. But I need you to realize that there is warfare attached to waiting. And the reason why you are experiencing warfare in this season, so you won't have to fight when you get to the next one. I love this. Y'all know who King Saul is, right? Now, this crazy. I'm almost through. Oh, Jesus. Here it is. This is crazy. God anoints David as king. But he still has to suffer under Saul for another 40 years. this is crazy. I'm promised the kingdom,
Yeah.
but I still have to serve.
Yeah.
Because what we have to realize is, a lot of times God causes the enemy to keep the seat warm for us. So when we get to the seat,
Hallelujah.
we won't have to do anything but take authority. God said, stop fighting with your co-workers
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're getting ready to be their supervisor.
Yeah.
God said, stop fighting with your family members
Yeah.
because you're getting ready to be the one that they going to need to call on when they need a blessing. God said, stop fighting your husband because you're finna be the reason why he's saved.
Yeah.
It's wrong, Jesus. Wait. So, the scripture says, this first lady, and this is a word for you and Bishop. It says, but at the end, it shall speak.
Yes.
Don't get upset when they talk about you.
Yeah.
Because God said, I got to let them get the lies out first.
Come on, Dad.
Oh, God. I don't know what this is for. But God said, it's a reason why I allowed everybody to be in your ear, but I didn't allow it to work. Because I'm getting ready to speak at the end. And see, Matt, well, we mess up that is. We listen to what everybody else got to say, not realizing that God ain't even spoke yet. And if I can go back to my Baptist mind, the old folks used to say God has the final say. They can call you wrong, but God has the final say. They can say you will never be anything, but God has the final say. The word says that the vision shall speak at the end. Here we go. Serving the Lord. Well, don't do that. Will pay off after a while. God sent me to tell y'all, mother, that you're getting ready to walk into your after a while. And let them stay gone. Because they weren't beneficial from the beginning anyway. Let them tell their lies. Because God has the final say. And I need y'all to realize something in this house. That it does not matter what the outside has to say. When God is doing a great work on the inside. You can ride down the street and see an old raggedy building. But what you don't see is the righteousness that's taking place on the inside. Okay. Can I say that for a little bit? Y'all don't mind? It does not matter how nice your bank card look if ain't no money in the bank. Y'all missed that. What good does it do me to have a black card but a zero balance in my bank account? And God is saying that the world is judging God's holy way because of what they see on the outside. But what they don't realize is there are spiritual deposits taking place on the inside of me. And so what I need you to realize here today, it don't matter what's happening on the outside. As long as you got something on the inside, that's more than enough to give God a praise. I might not have the best job, but God is still working on the inside. I might not have us at.
Yeah.
The scripture says, though it tarry,
Yeah.
wait for it. What do you mean? Because my job is getting on my last nerve. I know I'm the only one now. My family members can't stand me. But God said, just wait for it. This word wait, it does something to me. The word wait, translated Hebrew to the word kavah. I know that don't mean nothing to y'all, but I got excited. Y'all want to know why?
Why?
Because the word kavah means to twist, stretch, and to endure. The word kavah means to twist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many of y'all been feeling dizzy lately because you don't know what's going on. It means to twist, stretch, and then endure. So before you can get your blessing, first you gotta be twisted. Then you gotta be stretched. And then you have to endure. That's not me, none of y'all. Can I go? Let me give y'all a better translation. Because y'all looking at me funny. Job says it like this. Don't enslave me. Yet trust me. All I go through. Yet that I trust me. No matter what I'm going through. No matter what it looks like. Yeah. Will I trust you? Yeah. Oh, God. Y'all don't even realize that y'all do this. But I'm going to give you a prophetic word. And y'all don't even realize that y'all do this every day. They say, hey, you gonna come hang out with us this weekend? Well, you say, I don't know, because I ain't got paid yet. Y'all missed that. Hey, you gonna be able to take care of that this week? I don't know, because my check ain't hit the bank yet. The word yet means it might not have happened, but it's a guarantee that it will come to pass. I might not have it in my hand, but God can already promise it to me. I don't know what I'm dealing with in the present, because I know what God promised me. I might have compromised in the last season. I might have turned my back in the last season. But God told me if I keep trusting, I shall receive. Oh. Romans 8:18 says, for I reckon that the sufferer, y'all ain't dealing with nothing in here. That the suffering of this present time shall not be able to compare to the glory that shall be. Wait. Let me stop right here. Many of y'all know I'm a cop, right? And I had to go through something called the legislative update. Where we have to learn all the laws. And I was taught by a lawyer named Mr. Gottschalk. And if you ever, I know that's crazy, Gottschalk. Crazy name. But he taught me, you have to learn how to look at these laws and read them word for word. There are certain laws in the update map.
Yes.
I know ain't none of y'all ever got to no legal trouble, so this might not apply to y'all. But some of us ain't always been on this side. So it pays to learn the laws, amen? Oh, y'all been saved all your life. Oh my God. Some of y'all should have got caught on some stuff. But I had to learn something. What was that? The word shall, right? Okay. There are certain laws that says the penalty may be sentenced to jail.
Yes.
The fine may be exceeded. And then there are certain laws that says that the penalty shall be paid. And God said, y'all ain't dealing with no maybe blessings. Because maybe says it might happen. Maybe says it might come to pass. But shall says, if God spoke it, I believe it. And that tells it. And so it's saying, if I get the it shall. My word. Somebody look to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I need you to realize that there's a process in your way. And God wanted me to tell you how you wait determines how much the blessing is worth. Because there is worth in waiting. And when I worship, I'm showing God that I want my reward. Y'all give the Lord a hand praise. Take your seats. Last thing I'm going to say. I don't know if y'all seen this. It's been all over the news. When they're not showing 45 on CNN or on the news stations, they showed a man by the name of Valentino Dixon. And what happened with Mr. Dixon was, oh God, he served 30 years in prison for a murder that he did not commit. Now this messed me up. He was there. The weapon was his. But he was not the one that committed the murder. Because sometimes we can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So what happened was, since the weapon belonged to him, it was his crime. His friend committed the murder, but he got charged for it because the weapon belonged to him. That's why I told you in the beginning, you have to be careful who you connect with. Because people will rob you of your blessing and leave you to deal with the burden of it. Valentino Dixon got sentenced to 30 years in jail. And this blessed me. Talking about the vision. While he was in jail, he began to draw golf courses. Now this messed me up. He's a kid from Buffalo, New York. Ain't no grass in New York.
You're right.
But he said it was something in his visions that was showing him these golf courses. And he began to draw golf courses and would just mail them out to random people. And what happened was some college students at BYU, they received some letters and they got his drawings. And they began to look at these golf courses. And even people began to build them based off drawings. Now he's never stepped foot on a golf course before. But something, y'all know what that something was, began to tell him to just draw golf courses. And when they received the drawings, they began to look into his story. And upon looking into his story, they contacted the district attorney's office and asked him to reopen his case. Now they didn't know this man, they were so blessed by his vision.
Yeah.
Some of y'all got plans that y'all are waiting on God to do.
Yeah.
Some of y'all got visions that it's so vivid you can't even sleep at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of y'all got goals and dreams and businesses that you have been waiting on God to do.
Yeah.
And God sent me to tell you to write the vision
Yeah.
and make it plain.
Yeah.
Watch what happens. The district attorney's office reopened this man's case. And now, you know what happened? He was released from prison because they found out although the weapon was his, he didn't commit the crime. And God said, many of you are dealing with a crime that y'all did not commit.
Yeah. Come on now.
Many of you are holding on to pain that other people caused you.
Yeah.
And you've been left to deal with the misery. I know I ain't talking to none of y'all. But when he got out of prison, his daughter, when he went in, was 10 months old at the time. And his daughter was there to greet him as he got out. But you know who was there? His mother was there. And he was too shook up and emotional to talk. And so they asked his mother a question. And they said, how did you deal with your son being wrongly incriminated and incarcerated for 30 years? She said, before my son went to prison that Sunday, oh God, y'all gotta help me. She said, the preacher said something over the pulpit. He said that the just shall live by faith. And she said, I didn't know what God was getting ready to prepare me for. But I knew that it was because of my faith. My son would die behind prison walls. And I just got to encourage somebody that your faith, while you're in the process of waiting, is what's going to deliver you into the fruition of the next season. And so they finally caught up with Mr. Valentino. And he says, who would have thought that 30 years in prison would have saved my life? Watch what happened now. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but God has His word on my life for you. I don't know who you are, and let them pray over you before you leave. But this man spent 30 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. But look where his life is now. Now he works with government entities. And now he's on payroll. And he's an advocate and a voice for those that have been wrongly incriminated and accused of crimes that he did not commit. But it didn't stop there. The blessing didn't stop there. I told you it's worth the wait. Those golf courses that he designed while he was in prison, now they're getting ready to start construction on them all over the world. And he's going to be paid for the graphic design. It didn't stop there. Now he's an advocate. And he's going all over the country from college to college, speaking to youth and young adults of what it means to write and live out your vision. What is it that you're saying? This man said, I never knew that being a petty drug dealer, going to prison, and I thought I wasted 30 years of my life. But he says all of that was worth it. Because now, oh God, I don't know what you was dealing with this morning. But he said now, this is his exact words, now, God has me in an unusual place. That if I would have stayed on the path that I was on, I never would have been in a place where I could make millions and feed my family. What is it that you're saying? Don't get tired of waiting. Because what you're waiting on is worth more than what you're going through right now. Because if God said it, it shall come to pass. Let patience work for you. So my testimony for you in here today is that what you're dealing with, it's not even, it's nothing compared to what's coming. Many of you are saying, God, why is it that the business is getting off the ground and mine is still at the bottom? God said, because you're waiting on something that's going to be global. Many of you are saying, God, why I'm not married yet? God said, because the husband, I got to develop him. And I want to give you something unusual. And so may God bless you. May God keep you in here today. And realize that what you're waiting on is getting ready to take you into another season. God bless you.